Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Line of God Daily Diary series. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to read you a chapter from the Bible. Today I will be continuing Proverbs, starting out in today's video with Proverbs 12. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. A good man obtaineth favour of the Lord, but a man of wicked devices will he condemn. A man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. The words of the wicked are to lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. The wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. A man shall be condemned according to his wisdom, but he that is of a perverse heart shall be despised. He that is despised and hath a servant is better than he that honoureth himself and lacketh bread. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding. The wicked desireth the net of evil men, but the root of the righteous yieldeth fruit. The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble. A man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hands shall be rendered unto him. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. A fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame. He that speaketh truth sheweth forth righteousness, but a false witness deceit. There is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight. A prudent man concealeth knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaimeth foolishness. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. Heaviness in the heart of a man maketh stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. The righteousness is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. The slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious. In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. The analysis I want to offer for Proverbs 12 is as follows. I want to first look at some of the verses, the different translations of Proverbs 12:27. So again, Proverbs 12:27 reads, "The slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious." So another idea is that the lazy man doesn't roast his food that he's hunted. Does that make sense? So if he doesn't roast it, it goes wasted. He's lazy, right? So he doesn't roast his meat is the idea that he's gotten. However, a diligent man So the idea being someone early to bed, early to rise is the one who prospers. And that idea of early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise is a Benjamin Franklin quote. And I find that that idea is very powerful and very beautiful because of the truth that is there in that statement. One of the ideas that I get from Proverbs, which is very true, is Solomon talks about how hard work over a period of time, led in the righteousness of God, is is something that is going to lead to a successful life. And that is definitely something that I echo as Lord Naren White. I talk about the purpose of my faith. I write that the purpose of Narengelicism is to do the right thing at the right time, which is to work with sincerity and focus. And that can involve, that idea of work can involve many different things, right? It's not just work for the purposes of financial gain. It could be a great variety of things. And so what I say from this is the idea that what I do every day manifests and builds on itself. I talk about how Narangelicals never take debt. Why? That's a principle of my faith. Narangelicals never take debt. Think about how many people in the world take debt. When I have my children, I will instill in them that you never take debt. That if you cannot buy this out of what you already have in your hand, you need to go back and work more, or you cannot buy it. You cannot afford it. If you cannot afford it out of whatever you have in your hand, then you need to reconsider what you're doing, because you are not able to afford whatever product and stuff that it is. Okay, so that is one of the core principles of Narengelicism, is the idea of work and the idea, for example, I mentioned of not taking debt. Why? Because I have a vision for myself, right? That I'm enacting, which is that the S&P 500, for example, this fund, which tracks the top 500 companies in the United States of America, has averaged almost 12% a year since its inception. So I believe it will continue to average 12% a year. And if you, for example, have $1 million in the S&P 500 and it averages 12%, then that means it will generate you $120,000 a year. As of 2023, is $123,000 and $120,000 enough to live on? Absolutely. Now that has nothing to do with me stopping working or anything. Rather, what it means is that my money would make enough money that I could not only survive, but then pursue other things like having a family, etc. And that's without me theoretically adding more money, although I will continue to work. And so that is one of the goals of Narengelicism, is that through my diligence, through my work ethic, I can manifest into reality, and that the fruits of my labor will work for me. Does that make sense? Yes. So the idea that early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I believe there's another Benjamin Franklin quote. Don't quote me on this, I could be wrong. I think it's Ben Franklin. It's the idea that, money makes money, and the money that money makes money. And that's the idea of compound interest, and how Albert Einstein, I'm not sure if he actually said this, but it's attributed to him, called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Why? Because the idea is that through your own diligence, you can set up you can work, right? You trade your time for money, whether you're a farmer, whether you're a, accountant, whether you're a software developer, you trade your time for money. And if you save and invest that money, one day the money your money makes, you can live off of the fruits of this labor. And so that is one of the ideas I talk about in Narengelicism, because it's not that you snap your fingers and it happens. It's a focused, consistent effort over a period of 10, 20 years that will lead you to a place where you no longer have to worry about money. And that is so important, because it's not that the rich can buy their way into heaven. It's that through this disciplined life in service to God, can you make a better life for you and then your children after you. So so with that, I want to go ahead and end the Bible reading there for today and transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Dive video. Since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I worked my software developer job. I uploaded and scheduled yesterday's Daily Dive video for 9/17/23, and I have created, uploaded, and will schedule today's Daily Dive video for 9/18/23. And with no further achievements since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.